What's good, New Mexico? What's good worldwide? Once again, this is your big homie from Desertland Radio playing the hottest music today in the 505 to the 575 and across that Southwest, baby. What's up, everybody? Once again, it is Flashback Friday featuring Tanya Griego. So, we're going to get into the mix. But first, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Desertland Radio, the hottest music today in the 505 to the 575 and across that Southwest, baby. Like I said, once again, we're going to be getting into the mix of Tanya Griego, one of our Spanish artists from our Spanish hour, here on Desertland Radio. And we'll get into the interview. So, if you're on Facebook, check out Facebook. We're live on the app right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Sorry for that, man. Little mix up. Here it is. Tanya Griego.
De pronto canto, será porque te amo y siente el viento que pasa por tus manos. Todo es distinto cuando te estoy mirando. No me comprendo, será porque te amo.
Canto tu ritmo en pleno mes de enero. Es primavera, será porque te amo. Si estamos juntos y no sé dónde estamos, ¿qué nos importa? Será porque te amo. Vuela que vuela y verás
Que no es difícil volar
Vuela que vuela y veré.
a mundo loco de atar.
Sí, canto por ti, por un amor que parece que nace y que crece dentro y fuera de mí. Vuela que vuela y verás
Que no es difícil volar
Vuela que vuela y veré.
a mundo loco de atar.
Sí, canto por ti, por un amor que parece que nace y que crece dentro y fuera de mí.
Duermo y no duermo, pensando no pensando, tan solo canto. Será porque te amo. Si está el mundo, nosotros no marchamos. Si está el mundo, será porque te amo.
Si estoy contigo, será porque te amo. Si tengo miedo, será porque te amo. Si soy tu amigo, será porque te amo. Porque te amo, será porque te amo. Vuela que vuelo y verás.
Que no es difícil volar
Vuela que vuelo y veré.
a mundo loco de atar.
Sí, canto
yo siempre seré tu última llamada. Tu última llamada. Se viste apretado, eres bien cuadrado, botas de vaquero. Y por eso quiero bailar yo con él. Cuando llega el baile todos se alborotan y se ilusionan. Y hasta que se mueren por bailar con él. Porque baila cumbia pero muy bonita, mueve la cintura fuerte despacito. Cuando él te abraza se te calientito en toda tu piel. Porque baila cumbia con mucha alegría, cuando baila canta cada melodía. Parece que oigo una sinfonía a bailar con él. Es algo bien dado, cuerpo bien formado, bigote, sombrero. Y por eso quiero yo bailar con él. Tiene una mirada tan enamorada que me enloquece. Estoy que no aguanto por bailar con él. Porque baila cumbia pero muy bonita, mueve.
What's up, everybody? Once again, this is your big homie from Desert Land Radio, playing the hottest music today in the 505 to the 575 and across that Southwest. Right now, we are on the phone with Tanya Griego. So let's get into the interview. What inspired you to get into music?
First of all, I'd like to say hello to all your listeners, and I'd like to say thank you for having me on today. It's a great honor to be a part of your show. I was really excited. So thank you guys for listening, and thank you for the invite. I greatly appreciate you guys. What inspired me to get into music? Well, I think that a lot of people know that I was inspired by my father. But recently, my inspiration has been just the outreach from people. You know, there's a lot of songs that I recorded that people are like, you know, this really helped me through this time, and seeing the response of just family, friends, and fans that have just been like, you know, your music has helped me in this way or that way. It's very inspirational to know that something that I'm enjoying to do is helping people through life. So that's been my most recent inspiration.
That's some good inspiration.
It is. Thank you. I'm so grateful for the people that have supported me, and I'm glad that, you know, something that I'm doing could help them as well.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, music is the universal thing to the soul. You know, it soothes people, and you know, it touches them in many ways. It does, you know what I mean? It's a universal language.
It is. You know, I think that music speaks to people in all languages. You know, you could be going through a tough time, you hear a song and it hits your heart. You can be going through a happy time and it does the same thing. It touches your heart. So whether good or bad, music is able to touch us all in one way or another.
All right. How long have you been creating music?
Actually, I just started this journey 5 years ago. I mean, I've always been a shower singer, and me and my dad have always, you know, sing songs together. But I started this journey about 5.5 years ago. I guess it's been a little bit longer, maybe 6 years ago. I recorded my first album, and so it was something that just, I guess, got on a roller coaster ride, and I went with it, and I've enjoyed every single minute of it.
Oh, I bet it's fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of work, but by far the work outweighs the joy, you know, by far.
I heard that one. What personal advice can you give these artists that are beginning out in their music career?
That is a great question. So it's, as a female artist, and I think any artist, we got to understand that we're not gonna touch everybody. And there's been people in my past that have said, I can use some quotes. You want to be a cowgirl and you don't even know how to ride a horse, or you can do this better, or you're not that great at this. If it's something that you enjoy doing and you believe in yourself, no one or nothing can stop you. So if that's your dream and that's what you want to do, go for it. From all your heart, put everything you have into it, and you can accomplish it, most definitely.
Well, that's some pretty good advice right there.
Absolutely. When I've had people say, there's no way you're going to do that. And to me, when they tell me that, I'm like, not only am I going to do it, but I'm going to do it, once or twice, and I'm going to do it better than you expected me to do it. It's just more of a challenge on my end. It's, people can't stop you. You've got to believe in yourself. And that's, I think, sometimes hard when people, and I do appreciate that people have given me some critiques that have been very hard to swallow, but take that critique, use it to your advantage, listen to what they have to say, and fix what you can fix about it. And remember that you're not going to please everybody, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth right there. How do you stay in contact with your fans?
Social media is a wonderful thing. I have so much respect for the artists in the past who didn't have that, because they were just out there having to be socially doing it in a face-to-face perspective. But social media, and I do that. I get out there and I talk to my fans after every show. I don't care if I have to wait 1 hour or 3 hours. Like, I will talk to everybody that comes to talk to me. It's probably the biggest joy that I have from doing music. But it's also nice that through social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, that we're able to keep in contact. Hey Tanya, when's your next show? Or how are you doing today? Or hey, I'm feeling kind of sad. Can you send me this song because it made me think of something. It gives you that one-on-one level contact with your fans, and I do get quite a bit of messages. But in one way, shape, or another, I answer them. Thank you for your responses and reaching out to me. I appreciate it so much. It's phenomenal what the internet has created for artists.
Yeah, it's a big thing right now. Earlier, I posted it on Instagram. We have the top 10 countries that's been listening to Desertland Radio. If you guys are on Instagram, go check that out. We have a top 10 country. One of them, I think, is from the United Kingdom. It's number one. One of them,
nice.
One of them is number one. All right. So, do you have any upcoming shows or events in the works that you will be involved in?
Absolutely. I actually have sound check at Sandia Casino in about 15 minutes. We're doing Cinco de Mayo. It's an awesome show. It's called Hurricane Fest. For the last 5 years, I have been blessed to be asked to do shows with Al and Al Jr. This will be the first year that we do it without Al, so I know that they have a super lineup. Of course, Al Hurricane Jr., Jerry Dean. We're going to have Darren Cordova, Darren Lee Cordova, Danette Cordova, Ernie from 45. I mean, the lineup is phenomenal. I'm just so excited to share the stage with so much talent. So that takes place tomorrow at Sandia Casino.
And
I also have a show that's going to be on June 2nd in Old Town. It's the fiesta time, and that's a good show for people to catch. It's free to the public. It's a good family show for you to bring out the kids. So we want our young ones to hear this new music. So bring your kids out. June 2nd, we'll be on stage from 6 to 9.
All right. Make sure you keep us updated, and we'll keep everybody updated to that one also. Any upcoming albums?
I actually am in the process of getting my 5th album done, yes. I'm extremely excited for it. I have released a couple songs from it. One of them, which was a Quince Grande award winner, Sabor a Miel, who was written by Carlos Medina. That was one of the first songs off of that fifth album. And I recently released Me Gusta Todo de Ti, which has gotten a great response. That's my first ballad. And so the album should be out by the beginning of June.
All right, all right. That's good. That sounds like a pretty good album.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to hear it.
Oh, hopefully we could get some of that music here on Desert Land.
Absolutely.
Where can your fans buy your music or merchandise?
Well, they can always reach out to me on Facebook, like I always reach out to my fans. But I am on iTunes. I am on CD Baby, so you can look for it there. There's also, just reach out to me. Like if there's a way that you can get my music, I'll point you in the right direction, most definitely.
All right. Some good advice too. You could also let us know, and we could also make a promo for you, and we could get it out there for you even more out like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. That's what we do for our artists. Are you up for collabing with other artists?
I absolutely am. As a matter of fact, Ms. Danette Marie Cordova is putting a show together that is going to be a diva show, and she reached out to me and quite a few females in the industry right now and is putting a show together. So I know that they have a really good lineup, and she's working really hard on that, and I'm excited to collaborate with all those female artists to get together and do some work. I'm in the process of recording a duet with, I'm not going to mention the name yet. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, man, we almost got it.
I about slipped, but I'm in the process of recording a duet with the male artist, which I'm very excited. But of course, as soon as it's done, I'll send it out to you guys, and so that you guys could be, one of the first to hear it.
Well, can't wait to get that one. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Do you consider your musical influential?
I do, and I know that a little bit of my flavor is different from New Mexico, and a lot of my fans have reached out and said, okay, Tanya, you've gone a little bit south, and they've asked me to bring back some of the New Mexico tunes that I used to play, so that's definitely something I'm going to do. But I have changed my music a little bit because I want to be able to reach a younger crowd. I think that a lot of times the younger crowd, they want to hear something a little bit different, and that's why I have done that. I think I have a lot of songs that are female strong, and it's not that I disrespect or don't like men, but I want females to be very strong in what they do. And so every show, if I see some young people either out dancing or with their grandparents or with their parents, I try to acknowledge that, thank you for introducing them to, our roots, and it's only going to be carried on if it's introduced by, our elders or our parents. So I try to make it to where it's fun for everybody. So I do think that a lot of the songs that I have are hopefully influencing younger crowd.
Yeah.
I know that my daughter has started recording, and she tells me, "Mom, I want lighthearted stuff. I want things that kids can be catchy." So she's doing a collaboration also with another artist, and we're very excited to get her new single out on the radio very soon. So
yeah, we
look forward to that as well.
I know we have one of hers. It's Play My Song on the Radio.
Yes, and she very lighthearted, and that's what she wants. She says, "I don't know, you sing about all that love mushy stuff. I want fun stuff."
Yeah, I know what you mean on that one. Let's see. Do you write your music based on the experiences you had?
I have struggled with writing my own music. What I have done is I've collaborated with Carlos a few times, and I've sat down and given him ideas about songs that I want to relay a message. And I can just say that he is just so talented. So when we sat down, we wrote Mi Bendición off of my third album. I sat down and I said, this is my idea. This is how I want to relay it to my fans. And so I do collaborate with other artists, but for me to say that I wrote a song by myself, I have not yet accomplished that. But I can say that I am working on it.
Well, well, that's, I mean, honesty is the best thing. I mean, if you could get into somebody else and they can help you, I mean, that's also good too. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong in doing that either.
Absolutely.
Is there anyone that you would like to collaborate at this time with?
You know, there's so many talented musicians here that I've reached out to a couple, and we keep saying, yes, we're going to do it, we're going to do it, and I think it just takes a matter of time of us buckling down and doing it. I've talked to Ernie quite a bit. I like his flavor, I like his style. I think he could bring me back to where I started. I know that me and Al Jr. are working on something as well. I am looking for a female artist, and I have not had the time to, reach out to a couple of the artists that I want to collaborate with, but hopefully with this Diva show I can get that going.
Well, I hope it works out for you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. How do you think you're different from other artists?
How do I think I'm different? That's a great question. I think that my flavor's a little bit different. I think as a female artist, we have to stand out a little bit differently than some of the other artists. We have to present ourselves, and I think my music's a little bit different. I try not to record songs that have been recorded by other artists so that my music can stand on its own. So I try to record songs that haven't been done in the past, which is really difficult because when you go do a show, people want to dance those songs that they're familiar with. So to not have that familiar song, they really have to listen to it a lot in order for them to love that song. So I think that's been a challenge for me.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Okay, we got. I know you're cutting in here, so we got three more questions.
Okay.
Who influences your style?
I try not to go off of anybody else's style. I try to do music that moves me, so that when I perform it live or I'm in the recording studio, I can give it todo mi corazón. I can give it all my heart, so that when my fans and my friends and my family listen to it, that they're getting a piece of me. So I try to be different like that. So, there's a lot of people that I admire, but I really truly try to be my own person.
That's another good answer.
Thank you.
How would you describe yourself as an artist?
Stubborn.
Ain't we all?
Yes, I'm very persistent, and I know that every artist loves their fans, but I don't know that they can love their fans as much as I love mine, because I have been able to enjoy this roller coaster ride because of the people that have supported me, and I really truly love my fans, and I just appreciate everybody that has supported me and music in general. But I am so gracious for the people that have given me the opportunities to be in the position that I am in. And I'm getting that call, so we better finish our last. I'm just like, you're up, Tanya, you're up.
Okay. Here's one more question, and then here's the last one. Here's a good one. Here in New Mexico, it could be hard for our local artists to get support from their community. What advice can you give those artists that get discouraged while trying to make a name for themselves in their home state?
It's okay when people tell you no. Don't let it divert you from going back and asking again. Because before I was asked to do certain shows, I got told no a lot. So there's got to be you've got to prove yourself to people that you're genuine about wanting to do this, and that you're going to put in the hard work to complete it. So when you put in for a show and maybe you don't get a spot, or you're told no, that doesn't mean you don't go back and ask again. That means you say, okay, last time you said no. Since the last time you said no, I've done A, B, and C. Now can I have a chance to be a part of your show?
Oh, that's some good advice right there. I know you're cutting it short, but anything you want to say to Facebook or the fans out there that are listening to Desertland Radio?
Yeah, make sure you guys go out and like my page. If you guys have any questions for me or want to reach out, please, Facebook me, Instagram me, Snapchat me. And if ever you guys are at a show, I know that sometimes you guys are maybe shy or embarrassed to come up and say hello, but that is my greatest joy is when you do that. So please come by and say hello and know that I love and appreciate each and every one of you.
All right, Tanya. Well, like I said, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're cutting it short for this other one that you're about to do, but I want to thank you. And Tanya, also Tanya wants to thank you. Also, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, man. Once again, that was Tanya Griego with her interview. Now let's finish getting into the mix of her music. Now let's finish off Flashback Friday.
Cuando te abrazo, que te calentito. mata el gusano? El gusano se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, 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 así. Muere el gusano, muévate. Muere el gusano, muévate. ¿Y cómo se mata el gusano? El gusano se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, 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 así. Muere el gusano, muévate. Muere el gusano, muere el gusano. Échale. Y ahora les voy a enseñar cómo se mata el gusano. Se levantan las manos haciendo un movimiento sensual. Y ahora les voy a enseñar cómo se mata el gusano. Se levantan las manos haciendo un movimiento sensual. ¿Y cómo se mata el gusano? El gusano se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, 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 así. Mueve el gusano, muévate. Mueve el gusano, muévate. ¿Y cómo se mata el gusano? El gusano se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, se mata así, 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 así. Mueve el gusano, muévate. Mueve el gusano, muévate. Con ganas. Con palabras sencillas hoy quiero decirte me gustas de pies a cabeza. Es más claro que el agua que te necesito. Me gustas todita completa. Y es que tu belleza es incomparable. La naturaleza fue buena contigo. Hice la lección correcta en elegirte para estar siempre conmigo. Me gusta todo de ti, tu sonrisa, tus ojos, tu cara y esa forma tan dulce de hablarme. Si me ves
that we went to. Subscribe. Let us know what you think. Once again, this is your big homie from Desert Land Radio playing the hottest music today in the 505 to the 575 and across that southwest, baby. Once again, happy early Cinco de Mayo. If you drink, please call a designated driver, call a DD, call a friend that don't drink. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Much love and respect goes out to everybody. Once again, I want to thank Tanya Griego from the Spanish Hour to